Oh man, well today was supposed to be sneak peek one, like some grand reveal of Town Hall 17, but I'm pretty sure that at this point, most of you probably know a lot of this information, sadly. I mean, the leaks for Town Hall 17's update has been wild. What's going on, my friends from Clash of Clans? I am back with another update video, and we're just gonna start with an information dump, to be honest with you, just in case something was missed in the content that you've seen so far. The upgrade to Town Hall 17 will require all Town Hall 16 buildings to be built. Of course. Now, that's also going to require both of the multi-archer towers and the ricochet cannons. So if you're playing a rush base account like I am and you plan to rush to Town Hall 17, just know that you're going to need those buildings, and hopefully you've already done it like I have. Both a Town Hall 16 and a level 7 Eagle Artillery will be required to start the new building upgrade. So if you've been snooping on my base and you've been wondering why I've been upgrading the Eagle Artillery, this is the reason why. The upgrade will cost 20 million gold and a 15-day upgrade time. So of course, a book of building or a book of everything or a hammer of building is going to come into play right here, because you really don't want to wait 2 weeks for an upgrade, of course. Alongside this upgrade will also be new buildings unlocked, a new trap called the Gigabomb, which we'll discuss in this video, of course, a new archer tower, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because we're going to have another archer tower that's going to have the Town Hall 15 theme, but I'm sure there's a plan for the future there. And they're also allowing for 2 more archer towers to be merged into a third multi-archer tower and 2 cannons being merged into a third ricochet cannon. Then there's going to be 1 giant bomb and 1 seeking air mine. Once the town hall is upgraded, the building merge itself cannot be undone, meaning that the Eagle Artillery will now belong to the town hall and it will no longer be a standalone building by itself. This new level has a darker black and navy blue with golden trim theme, and the weapon is called the Inferno Artillery. Now, I'm actually quite partial to this darker themed building scheme. I like it. I think it's actually really cool compared to the previous level. But what's also interesting about the merge for Town Hall 17 is the fact that that massive range of the Eagle Artillery, that was originally activated by placing troops and spells in the battle and then activating and firing off shots, has now been reduced down to the 12-tile radius of the building itself, which targets both ground and air troops. Also, with previous town hall levels, the building itself was considered a resource building until struck by a troop or a spell, which then turned it into a defensive target. Town Hall 17, however, the weapon is always active and will target troops within the 12-tile radius. This weapon shoots 4 projectiles at the same time that look for different targets. If there are less than 4 targets, they will shoot the same target. Each projectile damages its target with no splash damage, but leaves an area effect that does damage over time to all ground and flying troops within the area. So basically, when the projectile impacts its target, an area of poison damage will remain where the artillery shell landed and will continue to cook for a short time until it burns out. Another difference with Town Hall 17 is that it no longer has a death bomb when destroyed. So what that means exactly is that once the town hall is destroyed, there's no further damage coming from that building applied to your troops. Unlike Town Hall 16, this town hall level will have new weapon levels which require the building to be upgraded multiple times to achieve its maximum defensive power. So just like at Town Hall 12, 13, 14, and 15, there are going to be 5 levels of this building. To upgrade the weapon to level 2 will cost 10 million gold and a 9-day upgrade time, which increases the weapon's damage per second 5 points. Upgrading the weapon to level 3 will cost 14 million gold and 11-day upgrade time to increase the DPS to 50. Then upgrading the weapon to level 4 will cost 18 million gold with a 13-day upgrade time to increase the DPS to 55. And then lastly, upgrading the weapon to level 5 will cost 22 million gold with a 15-day upgrade time, which increases the DPS to 60 points. Like other weaponized town halls, minus Town Hall 16 of course, a Roman numeral can be found on the building, identifying what level the weapon is if you are more of a detail-orientated attacker. Now, since Clash of Clans decided to remove the Giga Bomb from the Town Hall itself, they decided to transfer it to become a standalone trap exclusive to Town Hall 17. Unlike other traps, this one will be visible when scouting an enemy layout. It will be available in the shop for 5 million gold, and since it's considered a trap, it will be an instant build just like any of the other traps, like the bombs and the air bombs and the spring traps, etc. The Giga Bomb will have a 4.5 tile area effect and 1100 points of damage at level 1. It can then be upgraded to level 2 for 10 million gold, and then again to level 3 for 15 million gold. So naturally, since we're getting a new Town Hall level with a brand new aesthetic, that also means that there's going to be new building levels coming in this update, starting out with our resource buildings. We're going to see an increase of level on the gold storage, elixir storage, and dark elixir storage, going from level 17 to level 18. The gold storage and elixir storage are going to cost 10 million gold or elixir, and it's going to be a 12-day, 12-hour build time for those. The dark elixir storage is going to be a 16 million elixir upgrade for 15 days. Man, these times are absolutely ridiculous. Now, after upgrading all of the storages, the new maximum capacity for gold and elixir at Town Hall 17 will be 24 million each and 390,000 dark elixir. Since a new Town Hall level usually means new troop levels, the laboratory will become upgradable to level 15, and this upgrade is going to cost 20 million elixir and a 16-day build time. The clan castle will also become upgradable for 20.5 million elixir and a 16-day build time to increase the troop storage capacity from 50 to 55. So that's actually worth upgrading the clan castle for defending troops and offensive troops. You know. There will also be new levels for both the barracks and the spell factory, but we're going to explore those in the next sneak peek if I remember correctly. And then of course you can't have a new Town Hall level without new defensive levels, so we're going to be seeing some new levels for the air defense, bomb tower, wizard tower, multi-archer tower, ricochet cannon, walls, bombs, and air bombs. The air defense is going to be upgraded to level 15, and it's going to cost 21 million gold and a 15-day, 6-hour build time. The bomb tower will be 20 million gold and 15 days each. The wizard tower will cost 20 million gold and then 14 days, 18 hours to construct. The multi-archer tower will have a new dangerous look, costing 23 million gold for 15 days and a 12-hour build time. And then the ricochet cannons will also go up to level 3 for 23 million gold and the 15 days, 12 hours build time. Wall upgrades to level 18 will cost either 8 million gold or 8 million elixir or 8 wall rings to match the new Town Hall theme. And I believe there's like 100 pieces of wall that will be available to upgrade in this initial update. And then lastly, bombs and air bombs will gain new levels. Now, what's really interesting about this particular update is that even though those buildings got new levels, it looks like Clash of Clans has also decided to release supercharged levels for each of them as well. Not really understanding that particular move, but they're doing it anyways, I guess. I'm not really sure. We'll see how it plays out though. So with the air defense gaining 20 additional DPS for charge level 1 and 20 DPS for charge level 2. The bomb tower gains 5 points for charge level 1 and 100 hit points for charge 2. Then the wizard tower gains 4 points of DPS at charge 1 and 75 hit points on charge 2. A supercharge on the multi-archer tower will increase its damage per second by 5 points for level 1, and then 100 hit points will be activated for charge 2. And then lastly, the ricochet cannon will gain 8 points of damage per second at level 1 and 150 hit points applied to level 2. Also, since we're on the topic of supercharged buildings, because the buildings that were supercharged at Town Hall 16 will not be gaining new levels in this update, they will remain supercharged until they do. And then naturally, as expected for a new Town Hall level, the heroes will be gaining 5 more levels each. So the Barbarian King will be going to the new level of 100, which has 12,100 hit points and 643 damage per second. The Archer Queen will also max out at level 100 with 3,336 hit points and 780 damage per second. The Grand Warden will also increase 5 levels to level 75 with 2,499 hit points and 324 damage per second. And lastly, the Royal Champion goes to level 50 with 4,168 hit points and 560 damage per second. But we're going to be discussing the heroes a little further in an upcoming sneak peek. And then along with hero levels, this update will also include new troops, spells, and a siege machine level. Starting with the Giant going to level 13, which increases its hit points by 200 points and 8 more damage per second. The Wallbreaker level 13 will gain 10 more hit points, 6 additional damage when destroyed, and 8 points of damage. Wizard level 13 will have 310 hit points, 290 damage per second, and a dark new look. Then Dragon at level 12 will gain 400 more hit points and 20 additional DPS, while the Electro Dragon at level 8 gets a hot new look with 300 more hit points, 60 points of additional damage when destroyed, and 30 more points of DPS. Dragon Rider will have increased health at 5,300 points and 1,100 points of damage when destroyed, and 460 damage per second. The Baby Dragon will receive a slight buff of 100 points added to its hit points and 10 points of damage per second. And lastly, the Minion will gain 6 points of health and 4 points of damage for that new level. That's not really a lot at all, huh? So of course this means that each of the troops who have super troop counterparts will earn a new level when they are upgraded in the laboratory. Moving on to spells. The Lightning spell will be upgradable to level 12 to gain 40 additional points of damage, probably to make up for the fact that there are new air defense levels. Healing spell will go to level 11 with 200 additional points of troop healing and 110 points of hero healing effects. Then the recall spell can be upgraded to level 6 for 6 more capacity of recalled space. And then we also have a new level coming to the battle drill. So that's basically all of the new levels when it comes to buildings and troops and siege machines, etc., as well as a good look at all of the new aesthetics applied. But they're also adding some quality of life improvements, some of which I'm not really sure I can actually show just yet. I mean, I'm really scared I'm gonna leak something, to be honest. I mean, just at this point, I don't know what's gonna be leaked or what you've already seen. I have no clue, but let's go ahead and go through a couple of these. So they're gonna be adding a new hero skin selection screen, now features better lighting and background, which are just basically cosmetic changes. There's also gonna be a new skin selection screen. We updated several skin textures to match the new lighting and background. Cooldown rules are bypassed when changing the defensive layout for Legend League if you have placed any buildings that are not yet placed in the Legends layout. So basically what they're saying here is that if you go to Town Hall 17 and you're in Legend League and you build the new buildings, you're not going to suffer a consequence of the new buildings being placed on the layout. Archer Queen is now available at Town Hall 8. We're going to discuss that in far greater depth. That's actually really exciting for newer players out there, but we're going to talk about that in an upcoming sneak peek because that's a massive change that you really should get excited for. Magic items give gems when they expire from temporary storage, and the Builder's Apprentice icon is now removed from the Town Hall. Then there's also a series of bug fixes, and then there's also going to be a wave of cost cuts and times. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real fast. Simply for those of you that actually care at this point, we're going to scroll through a couple of these and you can kind of highlight what building levels you have. It looks like there's going to be reduced times and costs applied to air defenses, archer towers, army camps. Thank goodness I didn't max out my army camps, I guess. Barracks, the blacksmith, 1 level for level 8 is going to be reduced. And then the bomb towers, the builder huts, the cannons, clan castle, dark barracks, dark elixir pumps. Then there's also going to be the dark elixir storages, the eagle artilleries. I mean, this thing goes on and on and on. I can scroll through all of these and show them quickly, or you can simply just follow the link in game to identify this particular document, which I'm sure they're going to release, and look up the numbers that apply to the buildings that you are concerned about. Let us know down in the comments below what you think about this particular update, and we'll see you in the next sneak peek.